Ever feel like you're in a losing battle with your textbooks? Well, today we're going to dive into a proven method that'll help you stop just reading words on a page and start actually absorbing them. You totally know this feeling, right? You spend an hour, maybe more, carefully reading every single word. You get to the end, you close the book, and it's just gone. It's like the information just evaporated into thin air. Well, here's the good news. It's not you. This is something almost everyone struggles with. The issue isn't your brain. It's the fact that the way we're taught to read is just the wrong tool for the job when it comes to dense educational material. Here's the big mistake we all make. We treat a textbook like a novel. You start at page 1 and read straight through to the end. But they're built for completely different things. A novel is for getting lost in a story. A textbook is a tool designed to transfer information. And to use it right, you need a strategy. So, what's the fix? Well, it's a technique called the 5-pass method. And trust me, it's a total game changer. It's a system that gets your brain ready to learn before you even start trying to understand the material. Okay, this part is absolutely crucial, so lean in. For the first few steps of this method, your goal is not to understand anything. I'm going to say that again. You are not trying to comprehend the material yet. You are just giving your brain a preview, kind of like creating a mental map of the terrain before you start the journey. All right, so here are those first 4 passes. First up, you're literally just going to flip through the entire chapter. Don't read. Just look at the pictures, the charts, how it's all laid out. Step 2, jump to the end and read the quiz or review questions. Next, go back to the start and read only the bold print, all the headings and subheadings. And finally, for step 4, you're going to read just the very first and very last sentence of every paragraph. Think about that second step for a second. Reading the quiz questions first. It's brilliant. It's like getting a cheat sheet for the chapter. The author is literally telling you, hey, this is the stuff you absolutely need to know. You're finding out what the target is before you even start aiming. So, after you've done all that prep work, after you've built the mental scaffolding and seen what's important, only then are you ready for the final pass, the main event. And here it is, pass number 5. Now you go back and read the chapter, from beginning to end, and take your notes. But here's the magic. It's a completely different experience this time. The key ideas feel familiar. The important stuff basically jumps off the page at you because your brain already knows what to look for. So that's how you do it. But the why? Ooh, the why is even cooler. This isn't just some clever study hack. This method works because it taps directly into a powerful filtering system that's already built into your brain. It's called the Reticular Activating System, or RAS for short. You can think of it as your brain's own personal radar system. It's constantly scanning the world around you, deciding what's important enough to bring to your attention and what's just background noise. The best way to get how the RAS works is with this classic example. Let's say you just bought a brand new blue car. You're super excited about it, you love the color, and you drive it home. So what happens for the next week? All of a sudden, you see that exact shade of blue car everywhere. On the highway, in the parking lot, everywhere. So did a bunch of people suddenly go out and buy the same car? Of course not. They were always there. But now you've told your RAS that blue cars are important, so it starts pointing every single one out to you. And that is exactly what those first 4 passes are doing for your textbook. You are programming your brain's radar. By showing it the quiz questions and the bold headings, you're telling your RAS, hey, pay attention to this stuff. So when you finally do your deep read, your brain is actively hunting for those key concepts. This all really just comes back to that timeless piece of wisdom. This method is basically a form of super smart, strategic repetition. You're exposing yourself to the most important ideas multiple times from different angles, which locks them into your memory way better than one long, painful slog ever could. Now, I know what a lot of you are probably thinking. This sounds like a lot more work and a lot more time. But let's talk about that because it's all about what you're comparing it to. This is the #1 question people have, right? I have to go through the chapter 5 times? That sounds exhausting. And it's a fair question, but let me just ask you this. Compared to what? Is it really more work than reading an entire chapter, realizing you retained 0, and then having to reread it again, and maybe a 3rd time? Is it more work than the panic of cramming all night before a big exam? Let's just put it side by side. Sure, with traditional reading, the initial effort feels low, but the retention is awful. That leads to tons of wasted time rereading and a whole lot of stress. The 5-pass method? Yeah, the effort is front-loaded, but the payoff is huge. You actually remember what you read, it takes you less time overall to master it, and your stress levels go way, way down. And really, the benefits here go way beyond just getting a better grade. We're talking about reclaiming your time and your sanity. This means no more all-nighters, no more wasted hours. And it means walking into a test feeling confident because you actually understand the material, you didn't just try to memorize it. So I'll leave you with this last thought. This isn't about spending more time studying. It's about making the time you do spend actually count. It's a small investment up front for a massive return. So what if 1 hour of smart prep today could save you 5 hours of pure frustration later? I think that's a trade we'd all be willing to make.